Back now to the breaking news from the Middle East as we track two big stories tonight. It is 4 in the morning in Israel, and we are hearing artillery shells constantly landing in Gaza tonight. Those are the sounds of war. And what does it mean for the United States? Brooke Goldstein is the director of the Lawfare Project and a human rights attorney. What about that, Brooke? What does it mean for us?
Well, I think it means that we have to pay attention very, very closely because there are several reasons why Americans should care very deeply about this current conflict. And number one, because of 9/11, because Hamas and Al-Qaeda are the same type of Islamist terrorist groups that are theologically motivated with the goal of destroying the West. And Hamas is attacking Israel, not because it's engaged in some sort of civil rights battle for the Palestinian people, for Palestinian sovereignty. We know Hamas does not care about the Palestinian people because they are using them as human shields. Hamas is attacking Israel because it sees Israel as the outpost of the West in the Middle East. And it knows if we abandon Israel, if we allow Israel to be destroyed, then we are next and it can destroy us. And the only reason why Hamas has not been able to kill more Americans abroad, it has killed Americans in Israel, is because the Israeli counter-terror naval and air blockade and ground blockade of Hamas.
When you describe them, of course, one wonders how could this ever be resolved? Egypt is trying to broker this truce and find a peace between the Palestinians and the Israelis, and the Palestinians are sort of saying, well, it's not all about Hamas, we're sort of different. How can we ever, you watch the artillery shelling land and continue tonight, and you think, there's no way out. Hamas isn't going to say, okay, Israel, you get to exist.
Well, first and foremost, we have to report on the conflict in a responsible way. What we're seeing right now is the media is misrepresenting what's going on the ground. It is accusing Israel of engaging in war crimes, even though Israel...
They're highlighting the civilian casualties, which are all on the Palestinian side because they don't have Iron Dome defense, which Israel...
Hamas is using women and children as human shields. And what the media is doing is playing into the dead baby strategy, the so-called dead baby strategy, by reporting on these casualties without accurately reporting on how Hamas is using civilians as human shields, and therefore we are encouraging Hamas to do that, and that's on our own moral conscience.
Because it becomes a propaganda tool for them to keep things going. They want this going further into the future.
This is a PR war for Hamas. Hamas did not attack Israel because it thinks it's going to win. Hamas knows it's going to lose. Hamas's goal is to increase civilian casualties.
Are they winning by drawing Israel in?
Well, they're winning the PR battle because the Western media is allowing them to, and they're also winning in the sense that the Obama administration has refused to cut off funding to the Palestinian Authority, even though it has now announced a partnership with Hamas. So you could make the argument that U.S. taxpayer dollars are going towards aiding and abetting a terrorist group, a designated terrorist group illegally that is currently engaged in a war against our ally and murdering its own civilians in the process.
It's important to keep this in mind as you watch, the darkness there in Israel. We're so far away there in Gaza and wonder why. Why are we covering this? Why is this all over every major channel? Those are some of the reasons why. Brooke, good to see you.
Thank you.